Okay, today we are going to see level of service. Level of service is the qualitative measure that describes traffic conditions in terms of speed, travel time, freedom to maneuver, comfort, convenience, traffic interruptions, and safety. It seeks to measure highway performance and is needed for highway construction and congestion relief, highway conditions such as road type, number widths of lanes, vehicle mix, shoulder widths, lateral clearance, access frequency, terrain, driver characteristics, and traffic variations over the day and over the peak hour. Highway capacity manual defines the level of service categories for freeways and multi-lane highways as follows. So the level of service is a qualitative measure. So it tries to explain the traffic conditions in terms of speed. We also have the travel time. Then we have freedom to maneuver. We have comfort, convenience also, traffic interruptions, and the last one being the safety. So we have the level of service categories now for our highways. So this is based on a highway capacity manual. So we have the first one being the level of service A. That's a free flow conditions. So for level of service A, we have the individual users are virtually unaffected by the presence of other traffic stream. So they are unaffected. So the individual users for the road is not affected by the presence of other traffic streams. So meaning traffic operates at free flow speed, and drivers have liberty to select desired speeds. So meaning the road is more accessible. The levels of the convenience is excellent. So for the convenience is excellent, meaning because the road conditions is free flow. So we have free flow condition in level of service A. So let's move to level of service B. Level of service B is near free flow condition, near. So it's not free flow condition, but it's near free flow conditions, meaning some changes have happened. So we have freedom to select desired speeds is relatively unaffected. So we have the freedom to select desired speed is still unaffected, but we have slight decline in the freedom to maneuver. So the freedom to maneuver to overtake the traffic is slightly. So we have the freedom to maneuver slightly declining. So let's move to level of service C. This near free flow also, but we have some changes that has occurred in the traffic conditions. So the freedom to maneuver is noticeably restricted. So it's noticeably restricted. So this for the level of service C. So freedom to maneuver is now affected because we have some restrictions. The level of comfort and convenience has factored in also. So we have the comfort and convenience declining significantly, and any disruptions in the traffic stream can result in queue formation and vehicular delays. So in case of any disruptions on the road can cause jam, so that's queue formation and vehicular delay. So this for the level of service C. And also we have the freedom to maneuver being noticeably restricted. So let's move to level of service D, being the speed. So for the speed, we have the speed declining significantly with the increasing flow. So as the flow is increasing, we'll have the accessibility of the highway also being reducing. So based on speed, when the speed began to decline significantly with the increasing flow, so as the vehicles in the road or the highway is increasing, we'll have the decline in their speed because of the increasing number of vehicles. So freedom to maneuver gets more restricted. So we had this restriction in level of service C, we had the freedom to maneuver. Freedom to maneuver was noticeably restricted, but for this one, it's more restricted as compared to level of service C. So we have the number of vehicles increasing from level of service A in that manner. So it gets more restricted, and drivers experience both physical and psychological discomfort. So this for the level of service D. So because drivers will take more time in the highway, meaning they will experience physical and psychological discomfort. Many incidences can generate lengthy queues. So we had for the level of service C, in case of any disruption, we had the number of stream can result in queue formation, but for this one, it will result in lengthy queues. So this for the level of service D. And then level service A, this represent operating condition approaching road's capacity. So we are almost getting into the road's capacity. So in general, maneuverability is extremely limited. So for the freedom to maneuver, it's being extremely limited. So as compared to level of service D, of which we had freedom to maneuver getting more restricted, but for this one, it's increasing. So we have maneuverability is extremely limited, meaning the freedom to overtake, the freedom to maneuver is low because of the increasing number of vehicles, and drivers experience considerable. So we had for level of service D, what drivers experience. For D, we had both drivers experiencing both psychological and physical discomfort, but for this A, it's increasing. So meaning drivers take more time in traffic. So the maneuverability, when the maneuverability increasing, getting more limited, drivers experience considerable. For this one is considerable physical and psychological discomfort. So it's more as compared to D. And finally, we have level of service F. This describes breakdown in vehicular flow. So we have a complete breakdown. So meaning the vehicles move at low speeds. So this is the final capacity. So meaning we have reached the road capacity. So it will not accommodate more vehicles coming the stream. So vehicles typically operate at low speed. So we have the vehicles moving now at a very low speed and are often required to come to a complete stop. Yeah. So it's possible the vehicles, when the highway is full, so we'll have maneuverability being least, so you can at times find the vehicles coming to a complete stop, usually in a cyclic fashion. So thank you for watching. For more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Good day.